Good. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mystic Fitness Flow, 9 a.m. Flow here outside on Victory Field. We are out here every morning at 9 a.m. with the exception of Saturday. Saturday, our 9 a.m. is indoors at Mystic Fitness in the studio. Keep checking our website for updates on schedule for both indoor and outdoor classes. And we will get started this morning. So just find yourself in a comfortable seat. So I'm going to choose easy pose, just a simple cross-legged pose, but maybe hero's pose works best for you, or any other seated position where you can find some comfort. And before you kind of close your eyes and get into your practice, just make sure you're stacking your joints. So connect the sitting bones, maybe move some of the flesh out of the way, and then carry energy up through the shoulders, stacking the shoulders above the hips and the ears above the shoulders. So just sitting nice and tall. And inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them down the back. Let's try that again. Inhale, lift them up. And exhale, roll them down and back. And then you can just maybe wiggle side to side, press that heart forward, and then begin to settle in. Hands can rest gently on your lap. And you can close your eyes here. And we'll start with a big breath in. You can sigh it out. Again, big breath in through the nose. And sigh it out. And now, trying to find that breath in and out of the nose. If it's possible. I know sometimes we have those fall allergies kicking. But in and out of the nose if you can. So this is our voluntary breath, right? It's the breath that we connect to and we think about throughout our practice. It's not that involuntary breath that we carry throughout the day where we're not really thinking about it, that shallow breathing. This is intentional breathing, where you're filling the abdomen, you're filling the chest, and then you're completely emptying. And let your focus be your breath, so even just noticing the sound, noticing the sensation as it fills you up, and then allowing the mind to let go of everything else. And let's bring our hands to heart center this morning. Again, checking in, making sure you're seated nice and tall, and quietly set an intention for your practice here this morning, maybe an intention for your day. And if you don't have an intention for yourself, you can always dedicate your practice. Send somebody a little bit of good juju. And together, deep breath in. And sigh it out. All right, gently open your eyes. Big breath in, sweep those arms overhead. And as you exhale, you can bring those hands down by your sides. One more time, big breath in, sweep those arms overhead. As you exhale, let's twist open to the right. One more time, big breath in and reach. Exhale, twist to the left. Let's take one more set there. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Big breath in, center. And exhale over to the left. As you inhale, big sweep up. Let's rock out the wrists here. And you can start in one direction and then definitely swap out directions, rolling them the other way. Release your hands behind you, interlace them if you can. Open up the heart nice and big. Press those knuckles back and then bring your fist over to that right hip. Take a nice big breath in. Make sure you're pulling that right shoulder back And then as you exhale, bring that right ear over to your right shoulder. So you'll feel a nice stretch through the neck here on the left side. And then gently roll your head down so chin goes towards your chest. My neck has been so tight lately. This feels really nice. And then you can rock your head back and bring it up to center. Let's try that on the other side. Reach those arms back behind you. Really open up the heart. Fist comes to left hip now. And then big breath in. Make sure that left shoulder's pulling back. And as you exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Feel that stretch through the right side. As you're ready, you'll roll your chin down slowly and gently, chin to chest. That will carry some of the stretch down through the shoulder. And then gently rock your head back up. Release those arms back behind you and sweep them up. We're going to bring ourselves into table. So you can plant your hands down in front of you and stack your joints. So I'm always going to remind you to stack your joints. It just makes yourself stronger. You're providing a stronger foundation and protecting all of the important joints in the body. And you can rock your hips side to side here. Just begin to settle in. And we'll begin with our cow and cat. So drop your belly, raise your head, tail lifts also. Gaze comes forward. Press your heart forward. Pull your hands back. And then as you exhale, you're going to round, bring chin to chest. Pull the belly in. Drop the belly as you inhale. And exhale to round. We'll take 3 more. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. 2 more. Breath in and breath out. Last time, inhale and exhale. We're going to come into our down dog, but first I'm going to have you just tuck your toes and walk your hands forward, and then gently bring your knees up, not all the way, and just kind of find a little bounce here. Engage the legs, pull the belly in, big breath in and out. 1 more big breath in to lift the hips up, and then exhale to press the heels back, downward facing dog. Begin to walk it out. Press 1 heel down, and then press the opposite heel down. Stretch your stuff, shake your hips out. And then just check in with the alignment here. So you're going to just roll yourself forward. Find that high push-up and pause. Pull the belly in. Just stay nice and strong. Make sure your fingers are fanning out. So check in again with that alignment. Arms wrap in, big breath in, and then press yourself back, downward facing dog as you exhale. As you inhale, lift that right leg up nice and high, and you can point and flex. Try to keep your hips square here, so maybe the leg doesn't lift too high yet. And then as you inhale, you can lift that leg higher, maybe stack the hips here. Bend the knee. Keep that foot nice and flexed. Big breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Bring that leg back through center. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring knee to nose. Squeeze. Inhale, lift the leg. And exhale, knee to nose. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And bring knee to nose, this time planting the foot down, runner's lunge. And find your blocks if you have blocks at home. And I like mine on the mid-height, but you may even choose the higher height. We want to try to get our chest away from our thigh here. So work that lunge. Make sure that your feet are about hips width distance apart. And then when you feel nice and strong in your lunge, maybe just check. See if you can pull those hands away, all right? We'll bring them back down, but just make sure that you're nice and strong through that lunge first. Chest presses forward. Inhale Exhale, press it back. So straighten that front leg out. Keep your spine long. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, and press it back. We're going to take 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Big breath in and out. Last one. And out. Holding here. Maybe bring that back foot forward just a little. And again, keep that spine long. So look at the edge of your mat. And then take a nice deep breath in. If you want to deepen here and go a little bit more into that stretch on the front leg, you can bring your chest closer to your thigh, but keeping a long spine. Big breath in. And out. One more breath here. And exhale. Make your way back into that runner's lunge. So bend the right knee, maybe step that left foot back. And you can go ahead and drop the back knee down. You can bring the top of that left foot down and go ahead and sweep your arms up. You're going to feel this beautiful stretch through the left hip flexor here, the psoas. Reach those arms up. Big breath in. Let's twist it open to the right. Pull the arms apart. Inhale and sweep. Exhale and twist. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale and twist. 2 more. Big breath in and out. Long breath in and out. All right, stay with me. Arms come up. You can tuck that back toe. Let's see if we can press up into our crescent lunge. Beautiful job. Not an easy transition to make, so take your time. Big breath in. Long breath out. All right, sweep it up as you breathe in. And hands come down as you breathe out. You're going to sweep that right leg back and land in your downward facing dog. Walk it out. Inhale. And exhale. Float that left leg up. Now not too high initially. Try to keep the hips square as you point and flex. I want you to feel the difference between having that nice square hip here, and then when you go to roll that hip open, let's go there now, stacking the hips, still keeping the shoulders square, bend the knee, keep that foot nice and flexed. Breathing in and out. One more breath. And out. Lift that leg nice and high. Once more, square the hips. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. And this time, exhale, knee to nose, but plant the foot down, finding that runner's lunge. Blocks underneath the hands if you've got them. And again, just take a moment to start feeling super strong through the legs. So we don't want to rely on those hands. We want a nice strong lunge here. So maybe just check, float your hands up. And then you can bring them back down for a little bit of support. Inhale, press that heart forward. Exhale, straighten and press that right heel towards the floor. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press it back. Keep the spine long. Gaze stays at the front of your mat. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 2 more. Breath in. And out. This one we're going to hold. So maybe again, just a couple inches forward with that back foot. Hips nice and square. You can press on the gas with that left foot as you draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Keeping spine long, big breath in. Maybe you can find a little bit more as you hinge forward from the hip. Breathing into the back of that left leg. This is a nice stretch here. One more breath. All right, we're going to make our way back to that lunge. So maybe that right foot steps back. Here's our lunge. We're going to drop the back knee down now. Top of that right foot can come down to the mat and sweep those arms up. So again, that hip flexor stretch, this time on the right hip, the psoas. Take a nice deep breath in, reach. And we're going to twist it out to the left. Pull the arms apart. Inhale and reach. Exhale and twist. 3 more. And last one. Reach it up. And twist. So sweep those arms up. This is going to be that challenging part. You're going to tuck the toe. Pull the belly in. Get nice and strong. And see if you can come up to that crescent lunge, our first crescent lunge. So you're going to feel this again in that right hip, opening up the hips here. Big breath in. Exhale and sink just a little bit lower. One more big breath in. Exhale, hands come down around your foot. Sweep that left leg high. And we'll land in our downward facing dog. Walk it out. Couple of resting breaths here in your down dog. Now from your downward facing dog, we're going to go through a nice slow sun sal A, which will take us into our first vinyasa. Okay, so we'll take that nice and slow together. So bend your knees, look to your hands. After you exhale, that's when you step to the front of your mat. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale and forward fold. Big breath in, sweep all the way up and reach. Exhale, bow all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to step back to our high push-up. Stay here for a moment. Feel nice and strong. So options for vinyasa, you can go right from your high push-up to chaturanga. You can bring your knees down. That's what I'm going to do for this first one. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale halfway down. Or come all the way to the mat. Tops of the feet press into the floor as you find your low cobra. Maybe you're ready for upward facing dog. Come all the way back down and then work yourself to that downward facing dog. Walk it out. Big breath in and out. We'll go a little bit faster this time. Bend your knees, look to your hands and step your feet. Big breath in as your halfway lift. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step it back, high push-up. Wait for your exhale to chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. It's tops of feet and hands only here. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Big breath in. And a long breath out. And take one more sun sal. Bend your knees, look to your hands, and step your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale and bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step it back, and flow through your vinyasa. So maybe modified, maybe double chaturangas. Whatever you're feeling this morning, we'll all meet in down dog. You can also skip those vinyasas, of course. You don't have to take them all. And big breath in here in your down dog. And exhale. All right, let's add on. So bend your knees, look to your hands, and step your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Standing nice and tall. We're going to bring a little bit of balance into our practice early here. So at the front of your mat, you're going to bring your big toes together. Pull the belly in. Carry the energy all the way up through the body. Arms are above you. We're going to root down through that right foot first. When you're ready, you're going to float that left knee up. So try to flex your foot, even spread your toes on that left foot and the right foot, actually, both feet. And find your eyes locked on something, your drishti here. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to find your airplane, very gentle and slow. These are long breaths. As you inhale, bring that knee back up, standing knee. As you exhale, airplane. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. We're going to hold this airplane. So now is the time to work on that alignment. So squeeze the left glute hard. That will help you lift the leg. Chest is lifted, arms are flying high. Check in with your foot. Those toes should be pointing down. And then as you're ready, you're going to find that crescent lunge, gently landing. Separate your feet and arms come up. Woo! Big breath in. As you exhale, find a deeper lunge here. Let's add our knee dips. Big breath in and reach. As you exhale, drop that back knee down, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale. 3 more. Breath in and breath out. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Breath in and breath out. Bring those arms back up. Crescent lunge. Right hand on your hip. Left arm flies high. Big breath in. As you exhale, reach over, side stretch. Beautiful stretch for the left side. Make sure that heart is still shining forward. Big breath in. Exhale and reach. 1 more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that elbow to the outside of that right thigh. If you can, connect your hands, prayer hands. You want to use the leverage of that left arm against the thigh to really pull your belly away. Lift your chest. Maybe your gaze can go up to the sky. Maybe you drop that back knee down. Lots of options. Make it work for you. You can also release the hands and open up the arms. So find your happy place here in this deep twist. Big breath in and a long breath out. Gently lower your hands to the floor. Sweep that right leg high. Land in your down dog, and let's flow through a vinyasa. Find your high push-up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in and long breath out. Bend your knees, look to your hands, step or hop. In breath is your halfway lift. Exhale and forward fold. Sweep it up all the way. Inhale. And again, pause here in your extended mountain pose. Find that connection through the feet, nice and strong. We're going to bring all our weight into the left foot this time. So focus on that left foot, maybe come up on right toe. And then when you're ready, that right knee floats up. Spread the toes, flex the foot, lots of energy. Big breath in. As you exhale, airplane. Maybe the balance is different on this side. Inhale and exhale. Breath in and breath out. Stay here with your airplane for a couple of breaths. Again, focusing now that you have time on pointing the toes towards the floor, squeezing the right glute. Chest is lifted, gaze is lifted. Long breath in and out. As you're ready, very gently, make your way into that crescent lunge. So crescent lunge again, feet should not be too close together. You don't want to be on a tightrope. So go as wide as hips width, maybe even a little wider. so you have that nice strong foundation. And let's add our dips here. Big breath in. As you exhale, come on and dip down. Inhale and reach. Exhale and lower. Breath in and breath out. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Come back to that crescent lunge. All right. This time it's left hand on your hip, right arm reaches. Take a long, deep breath in. And as you exhale, come over for that side stretch. So right arm reaches across. Try to keep your chest facing forward. Big breath in. Exhale and reach. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, you come into that deep twist. So again, you can choose prayer hands at your heart. You can choose to drop the back knee if that's better. You can open the arms. So lots of options here. Make sure that the primary focus of this is the twist. So if having prayer hands and having that back knee lifted doesn't allow you to get into the twist, then you're not in the pose. So just be truthful in how your body feels and just maybe play with it a little bit. You can always try something, and if it doesn't feel right, you can come back. Big breath in and out. When you're ready, gently release the hands down to the floor. Sweep that left foot high and come into your downward facing dog. Here's our vinyasa flow. In breath to high push-up. Out breath chaturanga. In breath upward facing dog. Out breath downward facing dog. Big breath in and long breath out. Bend your knees, look to your hands and step your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow forward. We're going to separate our feet. We're going to find a ragdoll here. We did a couple of deep twists. So let's wrap our arms around our head, opposite hand to opposite elbow. And maybe take your thumbs right in that hip crease and just make sure those hips are pressing back, and that's where you're folding. You're folding at the hip crease. You don't want to put too much pressure on the lower back. Bend the knees a lot, and then just hang heavy. Head is heavy, neck is long. Shake out your head, yes and no. Now be cautious with this, but sometimes when I'm in my when I'm in my ragdoll, I like to interlace my fingers and just bring them to the back of my head. It just adds a little bit of weight to release the neck and lengthen it a bit more. So you can try that. You're not pulling on your neck, it's just the natural weight of your hands give you a little bit more. All right, gently release from wherever you are in your forward fold. Bring those big toes back together. And let's inhale, come all the way up. Big breath in. As you exhale, find your chair pose. Big breath in. Exhale, can you come down a little bit deeper into that chair? So try to lift your toes up off the mat. Send more weight back into the heels. Big breath in. Long breath out. Let's bring hands to our heart. As we sit here in our chair, we're going to add some arms. I always feel like when I'm moving in my postures, it's a little bit easier, even if the bottom half of me stays the same. As you inhale, press your arms forward. As you exhale, open up the arms. As you inhale, stand up and reach. As you exhale, sit down. Hands come to heart. Breath in. Breath out, open the arms. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sit down, hands to heart. One more set. Inhale, arms press forward. Exhale, arms come out. In breath, reach it up. Exhale, sit, hands at heart center. We're here for just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Stand all the way up. Reach nice and tall. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down and step it back. Flowing through your vinyasa now. You can go right to high push-up, chaturanga to low, up dog, and down dog. Walk it out. Big breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and float that right leg high. As you exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, lift it high. As you exhale, bring it through for your runner's lunge. We're going to come right into warrior one. So before you come up, drop the back heel down. They say heel to heel alignment, so you can start there and then potentially widen the feet if you need to. And we're not going to come all the way up. We're going to come into almost halfway up. Left arm reaches forward and right arm reaches back. So this is thunderbolt pose. Big breath in. As you exhale, swap your arms. And keep swapping the arms. And keep swapping the arms. One more time. And then you can come all the way up. Warrior one. Big breath in. Open it up as you exhale, warrior two. So in your warrior two, go and level out the hips. Make sure they're nice and level. This time it's heel intersects the back of the foot at the arch. And then reaching hands forward and back. Flip that front palm. As you reverse, find a straight leg in the front. Take that left arm behind your back to bind it. So you're reversing triangle here. Big breath in. Exhale, reach. Inhale. And exhale. One more big breath in. And out. Inhale. As you exhale, come back into your lunge. Right knee bends. And find your extended side angle. So you can bring the right arm to the thigh or to the inside of the thigh. And reach that left arm high. Maybe find a variation where you're reaching that left arm above your head, digging into the back edge of that left foot. Big breath in and long breath out. Come back up, warrior two. Flip that front palm, inhale and reverse. Exhale to cartwheel the hands all the way down. Sweep that right leg high and flow through vinyasa. Maybe this time we do a 3-limbed vinyasa. High push-up on 3 limbs. Chaturanga on 3 limbs. 2 feet down, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here, guys. I'm actually getting hot. It was a little chilly, and now I'm hot. All right. So in your down dog, walk it out. And we'll get ready for the other side. Left leg floats up. As you exhale, knee to nose. Big breath in, kick it high. And exhale, runner's lunge. Runner's lunge to those warrior one feet. So back heel drops. Maybe heel to heel alignment here. And remember, we're not coming all the way up to warrior one. Right arm shoots forward, left arm shoots back. So you want to create this long line from the crown of your head to the back heel. Coming off the thigh, nice and strong. And swap the arms. And swap the arms. And swap the arms. And swap the arms. And one more set. Beautiful job. Come all the way up. Warrior one. Take a nice deep breath in and sink into that warrior one. So in your warrior one, just remember the action of the hips. You want to pull that left hip back in this example and pull that right hip forward. You're trying to square them to the front. It can be a little bit difficult in this posture. Big breath in. Open it up, warrior two. Watch your feet. Make sure that that back foot is open now so it's parallel to that back edge of your mat. And that heel, again, intersecting that back foot if you can. Hips are nice and level and arms reach. I know that front leg might be burning a little bit, so let's flip that front palm. Inhale, reverse, and straighten that front leg. Right arm combined behind your back. Big breath in. And as you exhale, find that reverse triangle pose. Stretching through that left side. Big breath in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You're going to make your way into extended side angle. So with your next out breath, you're going to come into that lunge one more time. Again, left arm can settle down on the thigh. Not too much weight though, or bring it to the inside. Keep yourself a little more honest. And reach that right arm high. You can bring a block under that hand as well. Big breath in. Maybe you reach that right arm over your head. You can feel a stretch here all the way from the fingertips to the ankle on that right side. Big breath in and out. Tilt yourself back up. Warrior two. Flip that front palm, inhale in reverse. Exhale in cartwheel. Maybe come back to that three-limbed vinyasa. Left leg stays lifted for high push-up. And for chaturanga, comes down for up dog. So 2 feet down. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a long breath out. Let's come down to tabletop pose. It's a good time to take a little break, have some water. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in our tabletop. So in our tabletop, we're going to take a modified version of side plank. So I'm going to have you bring all the weight into your left hand and use your left foot as a kickstand. So bring that left foot out just a little bit and then begin to roll onto that left side. So left knee and left hand. And then you can bring your right hand to your hip, leave that toe down or lift the leg high. If you're lifting the leg high, flex the foot, spread the toes, and then maybe that right arm can reach up. Stay here or reach that right arm over your head. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, knee and elbow come together. Breath in, kick it out. Exhale and curl. Breath in. Breath out. Keep it going. So this is 4. We have 4 more. 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. Now stretch it back out. If this feels good, you can try it. Bend that knee. Reach back for your foot. Kick that foot into your hand. And let your head kind of drop back. So it's like a half bow pose. And when you're ready to come out, gently release the foot. Come back to that lengthened place. And then gently make your way down. Right hand comes down. Right knee comes down. We'll take a few cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly for cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. 2 more. Breath in. And breath out. 1 more. All right, we're going to take that on the other side. I'll spin myself around. So this time you're bringing the weight into the right hand, kicking that right foot out like a little kickstand, and you'll make your way onto that right side. And again, feel free to just stay here, right? Maybe leave the toe on the floor, or maybe lift that leg up. Just hip height is fine. Flex the foot, spread the toes, reach the arm up, or maybe over your head. Take a long breath in. Exhale and curl. Elbow to knee. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, curl. Keep it going with your breath. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. We have 4 more. Last two. Lengthen it back out. Maybe take that half bow, bending the knee, reaching back. You want to kick the foot into your hand like you would for a dancer pose or a floor bow. And then just let your heart open, your head drops back. Ooh, I think I feel a little sun. Just got a couple of degrees warmer. All right, very gently, we're going to release from there. Back to our extension, and then allow the hand to come down and the knee to come down. You bring that right foot back in line for tabletop, and a few cow and cat. Inhale, and exhale. Two more, big breath in, and exhale to your cat, and inhale, cow pose. Exhale to your cat pose. All right, let's make our way back to our downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, press those hips up and back, and let's walk it out. Maybe check your alignment here. So float to a high push-up and pause. Press yourself back, downward facing dog. Hands and feet should not move too much here. In between your high push-up and your down dog. Small movement, okay. Lots of movement. That's a big distraction for you as you flow through vinyasa. Big breath in. And a long breath out. All right, let's bring our toes together. Bend our knees, look to our hands, and step our feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, sweep it all the way up, reach. And exhale, hands can come to heart center. So let's all take a turn to the right. We're going to take a big step out with our right foot. So here we are in our 5-pointed star. So big toes point forward, maybe even slightly in. Just don't let them point out here. And I'm going to have you take your hands behind you as if you're putting your hands in your pockets, right? Squeeze the elbows back. Get your heart wide open and bend your knees. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, lead with the heart. Keep your spine nice and long until you get down there. And then you can bring your hands down maybe to the floor or to blocks. And then soften into it. So as soon as you reach that edge, that's when you can round through the spine and shake your head out. We're going to take a gentle twist from here. So pressing back up onto the hands, bring your left arm underneath your heart. Make sure your spine is long for any twist. It's very important. And feel that line from the tailbone to the crown of the head, nice and long. Then sweep that right arm high. You want to try to keep your hips square. So when we twist open, our tendency is to drop that left hip in. That's not helpful to our twist. So maybe bring your hand right to the sacrum, the lower back. If you were to put a ball right there, you want it to sit. So keep your hips nice and square. Reach that arm up. And then you're twisting through the spine instead of rocking your hips. Big breath in. Can you peel that arm open any further? Big breath in. Exhale. All right, let's swap it out. Right hand comes down. Long through the spine. Make sure your hips stay square as you sweep that left arm up. Gaze can go to the sky here. Big breath in. Exhale and twist. Inhale and exhale. All right, go ahead and float that arm down. You're going to bend your knees a lot, more than you think you should. Pull the belly in, hands to hips, and rise up nice and strong. We're going to turn to face for warrior two on the right side. So point your toes towards the front of your mat, your right toes, and bend into your warrior two lunge. Arms reach. I'm going to bring my block with me. Okay, we're going to end up in balancing half moon here. We're going to start by just doing our flowing warrior. So flip that front palm, inhale and reverse. Exhale and extend. We'll take just 2 more of these. Inhale and reverse. Exhale and extend. Inhale and reverse. Exhale and extend. So we're going to get into our balancing half moon here. Bring your left hand to your hip. Okay, take that out of the equation. Find your block. Maybe bring it in your hand, or it can be there waiting for you. It should go forward of the foot and just outside the pinky toe. And begin to settle into your balancing half moon. I always just take it one step at a time. So first, I'll flex my foot, then I'll stack my hip. I'm going to keep my gaze to the ground for now. And then when I feel strong, that arm can come up. And then if you feel really good here, that's when you can start to shift the gaze. The gaze is part of it, but it doesn't have to be. So if you can bring your gaze up, maybe all the way to that top hand, even. Pull the belly in. It's all about the strength through the core. And when you're ready to come down, very gently bring your gaze back down and bring your foot back to warrior 2. Beautiful job. Big breath in. Let's sweep through center. You're going to turn to face the other way. Warrior 2, left side. And let's start with our flows. Flip that front palm, inhale and reverse. Exhale and extend. 2 more. Big breath in and out. Last one. Inhale and breath out. Come back to your warrior 2. So getting ready for our balance posture now. Right hand on your hip. Find your block. And take it one step at a time. So hand comes down with the block. For advanced students, you may not use the block at all. You can take that hand up. And then flex that flying foot. It should be about hip height. Open the hips. Keep that gaze down. Lift that arm up. If you're feeling really strong, you can move the gaze up. It's so odd. I do everything better on my left side, but I'm right-handed. What do you know? I shoot pool lefty, I do gymnastics lefty, everything. It's so strange. But this is definitely my better side. I'm sure you all have a better side too. And then as you're ready to come out, you want to bring that gaze back down. Find some sturdiness here. And as gracefully as you can, make your way back to that warrior 2. Big breath in through your center. And find that 5-pointed star. We'll take 1 more forward fold. Bring your hands behind your back. Toes face forward. Interlacing them now. Finding that bind. And then as you exhale, you'll bow forward. Float the arms away from the back body if you can. Just a couple breaths here. Big breath in. And out. Again, bend those knees more than you think you should. And then rise all the way up. Release the hands. Step that right foot to the front of your mat. And we're going to take it down now. Big breath in. Sweep those arms high. And as you exhale, bow forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands come down. Step it back. High push up and pause. We're going to come down onto the elbows for a plank hold. Maybe interlace the fingers. Try to get nice and straight through the body. Pull the belly in. You can stay here or add some movement. I got to move my stuff out of the way. So the movement I'm going to choose is just some toe taps. Right side, left side. As I said, I don't like to stay still. It makes it harder. Left side, right side, left side. 1 more set. When you're ready, gently lower yourself all the way down. You can bring 1 ear to the mat and then carry your arms down by your sides. If it feels good to you, you can bend the knees, rock the feet. Windshield wiper your legs. And then just make sure you give your neck a nice even stretch. So go ahead and flip your head over to the other side. Now as you're ready, we're going to come into our belly back bend. So go ahead and bring your chin to the mat. And you're going to bring your hands down by your sides, but I want you to bring your palms face down. Bring your big toes together behind you if you can. And we're just going to start with the upper body. So we're going into locust, but we're going to focus on the upper body first. So press the feet into the floor, enough to feel your kneecaps lift. Same as cobra, right? And then as you inhale, go ahead and lift chin, lift chest. Reach those arms up. So just the upper body's coming up. Keep pressing down into the feet. Now once you're here, if you feel pretty good, float those feet up too. Try not to let them separate further than hips distance. Squeeze those legs towards one another. As you inhale, lift a little higher. Keep the neck long. Don't crank your head up to the sky. Big breath in and out. One more breath in. And exhale. Come all the way down. Turning your head to the opposite side. Bet you had it last. Couple of resting breaths here. Big breath in and out. So you can stick with locust. I'm going to offer floor bow as a deeper back bend here. But feel free to stick with the first one that we did or any other back bend that you like. So go ahead and bend your knees and reach back for your feet or your ankles. If you can hold your ankles, go ahead and do that, okay? And then when you're ready, you're going to kick into your hands as hard as you can and allow the arms to go straight. Kick, kick, kick. Big breath in and out. One more big breath in and gently let it go, turning your head to the opposite side. Couple of resting breaths here. Again, feel free to bend your knees and windshield wiper your legs. Did we lose Instagram? Some sort of message. I don't know if it's just my phone giving me a weird message. I thought I was late, but I'm not.
Low battery, that's all.
Oh, low battery, okay. Yep. All right, my friends. Once you're ready, we're all going to turn over onto our backs, okay? And once you get there, maybe bring those knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug, big squeeze. And gently rock side to side here. And as you're ready, feet come to the floor. We'll take our hip opener and our twist from here. So right ankle on top of your left thigh. And you can hug that left thigh in by bringing your hands behind your leg and hugging it in, giving it a good pull. Maybe even use your right hand to press that right thigh away from you. Couple of breaths here in reclining pigeon. And we're going to turn this into wind removing in our twist. So go ahead and bring that left foot down. Stretch it long through that left leg. Squeeze that right knee in. Give it a good hug. And then turning it into a twist, left hand will guide the right knee all the way across the body. And the right arm reaches out to the right. And our gaze will follow that right hand. Take a nice deep breath in here. And as you exhale, maybe there's a little bit more room for the twist. Both shoulders trying to hit the mat if you can. And gently make your way out, finding stick pose first. Get long, big breath in. And exhale. So stick pose, it's like you're waking up in the morning and just doing that full body stretch. Big breath in. and out. All right. Feet to the floor. We'll take our reclining pigeon on the other side, left ankle on top of right thigh, and interlacing your fingers behind that right leg, pulling it in. Again, you can deepen any way that you need to. You can press that left thigh away, maybe even come up to seated. So you can always rock up into seated using this same position, and use your hands behind you for support to press that pigeon leg a little bit closer to the chest. That gets very deep though, so only if you need to. And we're going to get ready to turn this into our twist. So wind removing first. You're going to bring that right foot down, extend the right leg, squeeze that left knee in. And right hand will guide left knee across. Left arm out to the left, gaze goes to left hand. Both shoulders to the mat if you can. Big breath in and out. And gently making your way back through center, you'll land in your stick pose, resetting the spine from your twist. Inhale, get nice and long. Exhale. One more big breath in and stretch. And exhale. And let's gently bring both feet to the mat. You're going to find your block. Lift your hips just enough to sneak that block underneath the sacrum. And we'll come into our inversion from here. So waterfall pose. Legs will lift up to the sky. And sometimes when we get here, it might feel nice to roll out the ankles, point and flex the feet, anything that you need. But eventually you want to come into some stillness here. There's another option to float the arms up. That's a nice variation. When you get here, you shouldn't be trying too hard, right? It should feel really relaxing and really nice. And your breath can go back to that involuntary breathing. Just gently in and out. Maybe close your eyes here. I find this always to be a good spot for me to revisit that intention that I set at the beginning of practice. Just remind myself of what I wanted to carry with me today. And you can, of course, take your time. We're going to move towards our final Shavasana, our resting pose here. So coming down out of your inversion when you're ready. And you can choose any posture. I'm going to take reclined bound angle myself. Soles of the feet come together, knees drop out. But maybe you like your legs down the mat, feet flopped out. Arms can be away from your body to give yourself some space, palms face up. Another nice option is a hand on your heart, the other hand on your belly. And just taking a moment to once again check in with the body, making sure if anything feels tight or you need anything before you can find a peaceful rest. Give yourself that opportunity. And then settle in. So once again, thank you so much for joining us, Mystic Fitness, for our morning flow classes. We hope to see you again. Namaste.
This thing's in the way. I really think that thing conquering the end button.
I gotcha.